Okay, so this is kind of the end product of my first felting endeavor on my own after taking class on how to do this. And I don't know. I mean, it turned out okay. No real piece of work of art. But again, for my purposes, which is just to make a liner for Mukluks, this will be just fine. I will have to do some stick felting where some pieces are sticking out, and I'm seeing some thin spots. That's the light areas in there that you see are thin spots. I'll just take extra wool and pin felt that in there to strengthen it up. And then this one here, this is what they started out with. This is the size. It's shrunk down considerably. And it's a matter of the shaping and molding once you get it down to the size you need or want. And so this is when I'm going to start on molding this and shaping this as well. Okay, so again, I'm working on the second one now. I'm using hot water in the sink, and I'm trying to work different angles at different size and squeezing it. One way not to forget to wring it out is in this way with the instep in, and you just roll it and squeeze and agitate and squeeze and agitate, and use as hot water as you can stand it. And then I rolled that way. I want to roll the opposite way, okay? And squeeze and agitate using hot water. And it's just a process of shrinking this down to the size that you need in the shape. But just don't work it flat, like so. Work all the angles, okay? And again, when you need to shape in the instep, here, when you need to shape in the instep, you roll towards the instep and agitate, just like so. So I need both hands to do this, but this is kind of the shaping process. So as you can see, the one that I just finished and allowing it to dry now has shrunk down to about the size I want. This has a lot to go yet. I got to take in the instep looks pretty good. I got to take in the sides here. So I'm going to use some hotter water. I can pin these little flaps off, or I can cut them off. And again, this is just when that happened by not spreading out and making sure that the raw fibers like this spread easily. So that's the problem with roving. Batting is a little bit already matted together. Batting for quilting, so it comes out a little smoother. But had I taken my time, I kind of rushed through this. Had I taken my time and worked the layers and made sure that the fibers were evenly dispersed, then we wouldn't have this here. But like I said, I'm okay with that. It's just, these are just liners for boots, so no one will really see these. But if they were for outerwear and was to put a sole on the bottom, then I would probably want to make sure that that's looking a little better than what it is now. But this is my first try, so we're on our way with the one on the left there, and I'm just going to continue using hot water and agitating and wringing it out to shape it. Okay, here they are. For the most part, they're still drying, and they will shrink a little bit more as they dry. And in order to rinse out some of the soap, I also wash these or wrung them out once in cold water vinegar bath, and that gets rid of the soap. And then if they're not perfect, I mean, if these were if they were to be outside, these little straggling pieces, which I'll deal with, wouldn't be out there. But they're solid and they're fully felted, and they're ready to be liners as soon as they dry. So this is what they look like. Took about 4 hours, and this is kind of a rush job. So therefore, the reason why it's you've got some of the Klingons here, I guess you'd call them. But they will suffice, they will work for my intents and purposes, and I'm glad the process worked out.